I'm angry. I'm not happy. I need money to make me happy. I don't regard anybody else's feelings but my own. I am selfish. I am evil. I am feminist. Women like to act as if they're very special, and as if they have every right to every claim that man has. Yet they bear no responsibility, nor the burden of care. In the olden days, women were women. Now, they're monstrosities. And I know women don't like to hear that. They'll get all upset with me and throw a hissy fit. But I'm a guy who doesn't care if you throw a hissy fit or not. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care. And the beauty about that is, I don't have to care. There's no laws in the world that make me say that I have to care. None. I'm basically just being nice to you, as a guy, to a woman, because I have to. Double standards. Doesn't mean I like you. Doesn't mean I want to talk to you. Doesn't mean I care about you. If you want to go around being a vindictive, evil little creature, don't expect my respect. If you want to go around hurting men, then don't even think about it for 1 second that I'll care about you. If you want to act like a child, go right ahead. But you're not going to get my loyalty, or kindness, or friendship. I don't tolerate feminism. And I know you might think I'm merely one man, but there's many more men out there who are just starting to stop tolerating it. And women, when that time comes that all men stop tolerating your nasty, shitty behaviors, you're going to be in for a real treat. And if you thought the 1950s was bad, when all men figured out the scam you pulled on them, you're going to be wishing for the 1950s again. I would hate to be a woman right now. I am so glad I am male. Because feminism is coming to an end. A very nasty end. Some could even call it, if you were in the military, they would call it a dishonorable discharge. It's over. And you could still try to shame men. You could still try to get alimony and child support. You could still be a manipulator. You could still be all of that. But when the time comes that feminism is completely dead, and men have revoked double standards, and you're back out there on your own, supporting yourself, trying to make ends meet, I guarantee you there are not going to be any men out there to help you anymore. You have abused the system. You have abused men. You started a war against men. This will never be forgiven. You may hope and pray that when feminism finally dies, and you decide to stop being that nasty little spoiled brat, and realize, hey, men don't like that, it's going to be too late. It's already becoming too late. Look at the American statistics. Men do not want to get married anymore. That is your fault, women. That is 100% your fault. I don't care what a man did. I don't care. I don't care if a man pummel stoned his feet in the living room and that pissed you off. I don't care if a man picked his nose and therefore you dumped him. I don't care. You know why I don't care? All those little things are trivial. But what you women pulled on manhood and on mankind is simply unforgivable. Even if I could muster up the strength to find forgiveness for feminism, even if I could, I would be haunted by all the men that have died in the past from broken hearts, suicide, and pretty much bad abuse by the hands of women. I don't stand here today talking about myself anymore as I did in previous videos. I'm standing up for the millions of men who have suffered at the hands of women by feminism. Women refuse responsibility in this. As a matter of fact, they laugh at all the male suffrage. They think it's funny. They have no idea how sexually abusive and sexually discriminating it is. They want to talk about sexual discrimination against women. Let's look at men. There is a war out on men. I don't see any war out on women, but I sure as shit see a war out on men. Fuck you, feminists. Now, I'm very sure that some woman is going to call that a threat or see that as intimidating. Again, I have the legal right not to care. I'm telling you straight out, women, you guys have used men for way too long, and that time is over with. And whether you accept it or not, and as many hissy fits as you throw, and as many times you try to shame men into sticking to your ways, it's all going to blow up in your face. Feminism was designed to blow up a woman's face. First, what it does is it destroys women, it destroys the family, and it destroys men. But then, as women always knew, men get wiser, men get smarter, and you're going to have to pay for that. Like I said, even if, as I said before, sorry, let me re-say that. As I said before in many other videos, it doesn't matter if feminism stays or if it goes. If it stays, there will be all-out war between men and women. If it goes, men will still not forgive you for what you have done to men. There is no way I will ever forgive any woman for feminism. All I can see is millions of men that have killed themselves from suicide, broken hearts, and shattered dreams. Men that have been completely robbed of all their masculinity, all their male way of being. It's ridiculous. You have sat there sucking out all life of men. And now that it's all come to an end, and you have to stand up and be responsible for your actions and your deeds and your war crimes against men, you're not going to have the support of men. I'm pretty sure there'll be a couple of manginas out there that'll still have your back. But as for us real men who have hearts, souls, and minds, you're going to be on your own. Sorry to tell you this, ladies. Men never wanted it to come down to this. You pretty much dragged it out and brought it all on yourselves. You have literally called men rapists, murderers, pigs. It just goes on and on. But calling men deadbeat dads, for one, is really going too far, when there are more deadbeat mothers out there than there have ever been deadbeat dads. We're tired of it. We men are just tired of your constant bickering and abuse. And I know a lot of you don't see it that way, and you probably going to blame men for it and say, oh, well, men are really bad too. You know what? There are some things that men do that are bad. But we never turned against you women, and you turned against us, and that is simply unforgivable.